60, 70.
Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now
That's not on
live
camera.
in over 1,200 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you. Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com. Yeah, welcome to the Monday Morning Recap, everybody. Brought to you, as always, by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinking Bros doubles at first deposits all the way up to $1,000. Stash is gone. 1, 2. It's the last week of wearing the Baker Mayfield jersey.
Sad. So we'll have to frame it afterwards.
God, burn it. You can have this if you want. If you come in, actually, we got listeners in here today. If any of you wants this Baker Mayfield jersey, I'll be happy to give it to you. You'll take it? $1. Great. $1, you can have it.
He's about to get paid.
Jesus. Is he?
You said paid or pegged?
Is he?
Mayfield. Both.
So I saw him yesterday during the Pro Bowl, which is no longer a football game anymore.
No.
Apparently, we're just doing flag football on half a field.
Skills competitions.
The skills competitions are dope.
I don't mind that. I don't mind the skills competition. Why are we pretending to have a game?
You got to show Jalen Hurts not hit a single target.
Is that what it was?
It was bad. It wasn't good.
It's also not good that a guy who's a commentator and never actually played much in the NFL in the first place won the quarterback competition.
Who was it?
Dan Orlovsky.
Did he really?
He beat C.J. Stroud by 1 point.
No way. Is that real?
Yeah.
Holy
Had to.
shit, dude.
He's a stud, you know?
He's
Well,
not.
he just was overlooked throughout his career,
No.
much like Baker Mayfield. What was he doing there? Was he actually in this game?
He was there to who? Dan?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, I don't know.
He might have been a Pro Bowl
Baker's a Pro
replacement.
Bowler.
Was he?
Look, the Pro Bowl's like the All-Star game now, too, where, like, a bunch of Major League Baseball players will be named
Okay.
All-Stars. They have a full roster. Then, like, 18 of those guys will be like, oh, I'm hurt a little bit. I can't pitch that day because I just had my start or whatever. So then they'll have to replace those 18 guys with 18. So there's just, like, fucking, like, 10 to 20 extra All-Stars in baseball every year because of sit-outs. So these dudes get, like, basically like participation trophy all-star selections because of injuries and shit.
It's strange to watch. I don't need to see this anymore. I'm all done with the Pro Bowl and all that shit. Just hand out a plaque at the end of the year. We know you guys are the best players. No need to show up. And even watching the flag football game, there was still some questionable plays where I thought to myself, man, you could tear an ACL in flag football pretty fucking easily. Do you want to put your career on the line for a 50-yard flag football game?
Wasn't there an NFL player in the 90s who just exploded his knee or something playing flag football on the beach for the Pro Bowl?
O.J. Simpson.
It might have been
Look that up
OJ.
real quick.
It might have been OJ.
I don't remember it. The beach ones. Yeah, I remember the beach ones.
Oh, that was the heyday of like the old NBC bullshit.
Yeah, was that a defensive back that happened to?
Might have been.
It
The
was
only-
Robert Edwards was his name.
The only memorable moment.
Robert
of the Pro
Edwards
Bowl-
from the Vikings?
I see him in a Patriots uniform. In 99, the rookie suffered a career-changing knee injury
Love that.
in a 4-on-4 flag football game in the 99 Pro Bowl.
The only memorable moment of the Pro Bowl, though, is when Sean Taylor lit up the punter.
Yeah. Not really sure what's happening to my mic here. I don't know if it's affected out there, but what
do you mean?
It's cutting in and out here.
That might be your headphones.
It's your headphones. It wouldn't
Yeah, it was
Is
doing
it?
that to me last night. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Yeah, so the Pro Bowl is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't. I mean, what's the point of any of it, to be honest? Even the skills competition is dumb. Are you really going to fly everybody somewhere to do that?
I agree.
Come on, man.
Because even, what were they hucking up, like 45-pound weights and some other shit?
Wait, you don't want to go to sunny, beautiful Orlando, Florida?
No player wants to. They used to want to go to Hawaii. I was out in Hawaii one year when they were all there. All they did was fucking rage.
But the problem is that stadium in Hawaii is rotting.
Is
Like,
it?
if you've driven by it, it's on the main island,
It's
not
a
the main
dump,
island, but it's
yeah.
on where Honolulu is or whatever, and it looks like shit. It looks like it's gonna fall down tomorrow. It's bad.
Well, maybe that should be the new Pro Bowl, is rebuilding that stadium. That would be more interesting than the shit that I saw
agree.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Like,
construction
dudes
skills.
doing construction would be more interesting than this shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck was the purpose of this?
I just want to watch them rebuild that stadium.
I wonder what the ratings were.
Probably nothing.
I think so. You rebuild the stadium, you give them the designs to do it. You don't tell them that they're building themselves into a prison, and then you start dropping like live tigers in there and shit.
Okay.
Look
Like how many dudes would it take to kill one tiger?
From the NFL,
Unarmed.
From the NFL? I think as long as
They're
you can
elite
get,
athletes, so yeah.
I think as long as you can get one guy to distract the tiger, and then you just have the other one start taking brutal broadside shots at its spine, tackle wise or whatever.
So like a fucking rodeo clown.
Yeah, just cheap shot shit. You know what I mean? Just
4?
fucking.
4?
Yeah,
maybe?
I think 4 max.
no.
This is
For a
something.
tiger?
Peter Thiel.
Tigers
should-
are huge.
Yeah, tigers are pretty big. Yeah. Peter Thiel should add this to his all juiced up Olympics.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's-
I'm saying a higher number. That's why I'm shocked by 4. I would have said 8 to 12.
We are not far away from Peter Thiel. I mean, this is Steroid Olympics 1,
Oh
right?
yeah.
By Steroid Olympics 10, 20?
Yeah.
There
well,
will be
by 10 it'll be
Felons.
animals.
It'll
Yeah.
be felons.
And then by 20 it'll be the animals are also on steroids, right?
Yes.
So you just got to keep up in the ante.
But I think eventually you'll just get a Roman gladiatorial games in like Dubai or Saudi Arabia or something funded by Peter Thiel.
the
I don't see
kingdom,
why not.
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dudes on absolute steroids. I mean, and eventually they'll just be that thing from Resident Evil 2 that they strap a machine gun to that fights Mia Jovovich. Yeah, just freaks killing each other.
I don't see the problem.
I don't either, and people are amped about this. If you haven't heard about it, Peter Thiel, very rich man there, is financing a steroid Olympics. People are fucking amped about it, myself included.
Oh yeah.
This is what we want our billionaires to do, right?
This is
Like-
what, yeah, baseball. Please bring steroids back to baseball, please.
Yep.
Especially now with the new stolen base rules and stuff.
It'd be the
It
best.
would be the best thing of all time.
of all time. It would be fucking awesome. How he's able to do this and where he's able to do this is nuts to me. This has got to be some type of Dubai sitch, one would imagine, right?
I don't think they would allow in Dubai either because they have trade partners that wouldn't be happy with that stuff. You would have to go to like probably Africa, maybe somewhere in Central America to get away with that.
Russia?
Ecuador. Russia does have child MMA, and it's full fucking contact, brother.
Child
Oh, yeah.
MMA, group
They
MMA.
they have group MMA. They have like bare knuckle child fights in Russia. I'm not kidding.
or
You can
even
fucking-
just like one of those steppe countries. You know what I mean? Like
well, any of the
Dagestan
stands.
or-
Yeah, they don't have any fucking rules over there. Come on.
All the
Do it there.
Chechens.
Yeah,
Well,
who cares?
the rules they have are just Muslim shit, right? So you can bypass that.
Yeah.
They don't
Pretty
care.
easy.
They don't care about beating people to death, obviously.
No, not at all. It's Super Bowl week out there, and after Taylor Swift won all the awards last night at the Grammys, I'm all in on the Chiefs. Couldn't hammer
gonna
this
be
bet anymore.
Look, the Chiefs are going to win. Kelsey gets MVP.
Yep.
The two
Yes.
get announced they're getting married.
Thank
like,
you.
But here's the move, right? Don't bet the Chiefs now. Bet them when they're down.
Yeah,
because
they will be down.
They will go down.
I will. Yeah, they'll be down by 14 and a half. I'll hit that live line for sure. But she won Album of the Year last night. True fucking gangster. We'll talk about this on RPR tomorrow. But got up there, instead of a speech, she said, "I'm dropping another fucking album," which was like, Jesus Christ, man. So between that happening this week, Kelsey in the Super Bowl, I think all of this is a script. I think they're all going to combine. I have the 49ers at 0 shot winning this
Well,
game.
if you're an entertainer that's doing their own marketing, you better have a fucking script. I don't know about all the football shit. I don't think there's a script there. She's just taking advantage of that situation probably, but you better have a goddamn marketing script. You don't think we did that at Black Rifle? We knew exactly what we were going to do for a year and a half in advance typically, right?
Sure.
So like it's smart to do that.
But I mean, this would be wild here. If he wins and then they end up getting married and all that other shit, there's no way they're not winning on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean I think it's bringing her value down though.
It is. Yeah.
Because he's a shitbag. That dude's a fucking turd.
He's
of a human
fine.
being.
Look, it's
He's a chin strap, beard wearing fucking poser, man. Like his brother, Jason, that's who that family is in real life. Travis didn't get enough attention, and now he's got fucking big gold earrings and a chin strap beard. That's what's really happening here, right? It's
a man-
fucking pathetic.
as a
It's like
man
he's
from Delco, I
he's
can
white
connect
LeBron
with him, though.
James.
Is he? Are they all from Delco?
No. I'm saying as a
he's-
man from Delco,
he's
I
of
can
his ilk.
connect with Travis Kelce more because that's kind of the
Yeah,
reason.
because you weren't loved as
Yeah.
a child either, Dan.
That's true.
That's
I
what
mean, I
happened.
had my ear pierced, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
I never did the fucking chin strap though.
Yet. Like, there's still
No,
plenty
there's
of
no
time.
way he could get away
there's
with
no
it.
time.
It's too. You would have to shave like 3-4 times a day to keep that up.
I'm doing the opposite though, the Philly beard where you just let it go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Jason.
Yeah, like Jason.
Yeah, Jason's let it go.
Ish.
Ish.
Jason's a normal dude that does normal dude shit. Travis is very affected by what people think about him. And it's sad. It's like LeBron. He's white LeBron James, basically.
Well, he's having a good time, it appears. The bets are out, by the way. Prop bets are out. Dan and I will be doing a show on it this week. Over-under for Reba, by the way, is the fastest in the history because they know she's a pro.
The over was higher or better odds though, or worse odds. Worse odds.
What is it? What's the over/under? 54
for her performance.
You're talking about for
Reba.
she's singing the anthem?
Yeah, she's singing the national anthem.
How many seconds? 54.
I sent you that.
I think last year.
earlier.
I think last year was 50 or it was 104, and it came in at like 59 or something like that. It was quick.
It's usually in the 2-minute range.
Or it's 87.5.
154 is what I mean.
87.5. So what is that? A minute 27 seconds.
Yeah, almost a minute.
Damn, that's slow as fuck.
It's Reba though, dude.
Minus 135 for the over, so they expect it to go over.
I don't expect it to go over at all.
And then America the Beautiful.
You can gamble in that stadium, right?
Yes, I believe so.
It's a Vegas. You can gamble on the streets.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of action.
Tons.
I don't know if they'll have those bets available once you get into the stadium, though. To be honest, some of those things they might shut down unless you're outside.
Well, Dan and I got some inside info. You want to read the Post Malone real quick?
Post Malone, America the Beautiful length.
On my bookie,
my bookie is 109.5 seconds.
Can I bet on the?
Why is Post Malone singing "America the Beautiful"?
I don't know.
Why not?
Why not?
Can we bet on the Black national anthem?
Which one?
The Black national anthem.
Hear every voice or let every voice sing
they
or some
doing that
stupid
this
shit
year?
like that.
Probably, right?
Yeah,
They did
they're
last
doing
year.
it, yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
So
missed
just
it.
all I ask is for them to make it available for me to gamble on.
Now,
I think they will.
here's what's fun about the national anthem bet in particular. This is a bet you could, if you are at the game, theoretically affect. And here's how. There are certain
Run onto the field, pull your dick out,
Oh, that's certainly part of it. Yeah, you could easily do that.
piss on Reba's legs. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. That'd be
I mean,
great.
everybody loves Reba. Nobody
You can't
would
do
actually
that to an icon.
Yeah.
You can't. There's going to be some backlash if you do.
But
Yeah,
if
Steve
you-
Howie's going to come out of the stands and fucking wreck somebody. Probably. He's probably there.
if you piss on Reba,
Yeah.
people are going to hate
Wouldn't
you.
recommend pissing on Reba. If
Don't
you're
do
out
it.
there and
I
you're thinking
wouldn't
about
either.
doing it, don't do it.
No, wouldn't either.
This is your one chance, Fancy, to not listen to Reba.
By the way, the 49ers are complaining about the practice facility at UNLV. They said the field is dog shit. It was just laid last week, and they're having problems practicing this week. So.
Yeah, why does only one team get the NFL facilities? The other has to practice at a fucking college.
Is that what it is?
They're the away team.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I mean, the Raiders hate both, right? One's in a division. One's kind of a historical rival.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nuts, man. I didn't know that's how it worked. So do they flip a coin, or is it
I
best
don't know.
record, or that's very
But the
strange.
Chiefs are fine in the Raiders facility.
Well, here's
Yeah, they're
a
doing that
little
there.
conspiracy theory for you. You know who coaches the UNLV Run Rebs?
Who?
One Mr. Barry Odom, former Missouri Tigers coach, Missouri True Son. Maybe he's a Chiefs fan.
Maybe. Could be. Who knows?
Had his boys
just
chop
connecting dots.
Up, had his boys chop
What are
up
they
the
saying
field.
about the field? Because
That it's-
last year the actual game field was fucked up.
Yeah.
Right.
That was great.
So they're
Thanks,
saying
USGA.
They just laid this about a week ago, and the ordinary Super Bowl practice fields to meet certain standards in December is what they should have been instead of a week ago here. The NFL hardness score for the fields averages 78, which I didn't know was a thing. With no field being less than 70, the 49ers field is considered in the 50s.
Oh my God.
Oh, so they have their
That's
own like stint meter
Yes.
for greens
They
and stuff.
sure do.
That's crazy.
a stent meter. Is that something to do with a dick?
That's golf. That's how fast the greens roll.
I
like
see.
the ball.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about what'd you call it? A hardness field? What was it called?
Yeah, field hardness here, and I mean it's much like my penis, and I enjoy all this,
You're
but I
an
didn't know
average-
this was a fucking
Yeah,
thing.
You're a walking 70.
I'm
Well,
down.
I'm a
To,
walking 78.
Okay.
I'm down to
walking
call
78.
measuring your dick a stint meter though.
Yeah, same here, same here. But this will just feed into everything else that is going on this week. Another odd stat here: right now, they currently have over 1,000 private jets booked to land at that airfield there. So it's the richest from all over the world that are coming in for this
It's Vegas.
thing. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you got to expect it's going to be something like that.
Yes.
But they had to build an additional parking structures for the planes.
No shit. Wow. Tickets for this thing are through the
that's
roof.
saying a lot because it's Vegas. You got to think there are certain events throughout the year. Just an ordinary Super Bowl, a lot of people go to Vegas to watch it so they can gamble in person and shit.
Yeah.
So,
Man, some Saudi royal family member, some like distant cousin, is gonna be so mad when he bumps into an obese Chiefs fan and he gets barbecue sauce on his cool white sheets. Like,
tickets are starting to drop a little bit at least here, so it's down to 6,300 for the last row. Not terrible, I guess, but it was a lot higher.
When I went to the Super Bowl in 2015, Bud Light bought us all tickets. They gave us upper tech. I ended up sneaking into better seats, but I had my ticket pass on me, and I believe upper bowl at the Niners Stadium in 2015 for Peyton Manning's last game was like $1,000.
Oh, God. Really?
Yeah.
$1,000. All right, 6,300 here for the last row in the stadium. Starting to come down. Man, if you're looking for lowers, I wonder what we can actually get lowers here for. This is starting to really fall. Are people just tired of seeing the Chiefs? That's kind of what the burnout was, maybe, of the Patriots.
I thought
the
the 49ers are the best and most profitable fan base
They
out
sure
there.
are, which is why this is actually surprising right here. We'll call Benny before we do our Super Bowl show. I was not expecting that. You can get fucking club seats for $7,500.
And it's Vegas.
And it's Vegas.
Maybe the price. Maybe people got scared off by the rumors of the prices, so it took a little dip.
I guess so.
Because I mean, they're showing shit from like suites. A suite costs $2.5 million. It's 20 seats, so every seat in there's like $100 and something thousand.
But is that a part of this to bump this up for Vegas and be like, all right, here's the hype of it? Because didn't you say the suite actually ended up going to somebody as well?
I know that there's like talk about how Christian McCaffrey couldn't afford a suite at the Super Bowl for his family or something like that.
yeah, I mean, a suite's probably $2 million.
It's $2.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so what the fuck? Why would a player buy that for his family?
Yeah.
It's a lot, unless you have it.
Fuck
I mean,
off.
You don't care.
No.
If you're, let's say,
Nobody,
Mahomes,
only a quarterback in the NFL would have that kind of
if you're
money.
Mahomes or
Only
any
a
other
quarterback.
quarterback, you can do
Nobody
it.
else.
Also,
Yeah, so who's
maybe
covering
the
the Kelce suite? Is it going to be Taylor Swift?
I think
She's
Taylor's
swiping that
got
card.
it.
She's a billionaire, so she's probably grabbing that one.
Dude, who gets that bill in the suite? And speaking of which,
Because Travis doesn't make that. I mean, he made good money on Pfizer, but he doesn't make that much in the NFL.
he makes $8 million. He made 20 on the Pfizer deal. He makes 8 as a tight end.
He makes 8, and he spends 40% of that on taxes, right? So
Yeah. And then the other big story here today regarding the Super Bowl is another Mahomes family member got arrested. So his dad
this
got
is nothing
arrested
new. This is number 3 for him.
Saturday nights for a DUI. It's his third.
Scumbag family.
Yeah, this is
Dirtbags.
This is his third DUI, which in Missouri is up to 10 years in prison.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a buddy who had to spend, I think, just a weekend in jail.
Well,
after
for his second one, he did 43 days, I'm told. And now, so he's already served 43 days in jail, so he's definitely getting more than that this time.
When does he? Oh man, are they even going to let him out for the Super Bowl?
I'm sure he's
They
bonded
did.
out.
Yeah.
TMZ announced about an hour ago they are letting him out for the Super Bowl, but is there going to be 2 fucking criminals in the suite with Taylor Swift? Highly doubt it.
Well, he doesn't want to be up there anyways.
Oh, he doesn't?
No,
What's his whole sitch?
For the AFC Championship game, he was hanging out with fucking Ravens fans drinking, which is
Really?
probably why he got the beat.
Man, call an Uber.
That's
like you
really
are too.
funny.
I know you're. I don't know how much money he has left from his days as a professional athlete, but like,
Probably not much, yeah.
but your kid.
Enough for a $25 Uber ride.
I
for
mean,
Christ's
it's
sake.
just ridiculous at this point. Like,
I would have thought, though, I saw him on the field smoking cigars with his son, so like...
Yeah, I mean, I think he and Pat have a good relationship, but I don't think he wants to be around. I don't think it's Taylor, probably, right?
No.
She seems like she'd be fine to hang out with.
it's more of a Jackson
Brittany
situation.
and his gay son.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst thing that ever happened to him. Is when
Yeah.
Jackson started, hello. He's like, God damn it.
That's when he started drinking.
Maybe that video made him a little happy then. He was
Yeah.
like, well,
yeah,
this is-
at least he's sexually harassing a woman now
Yeah.
for a change.
Yeah, lowers. So if you're out there, lowers in the end zone right now, $7,600. That's
could
not,
be worse.
not that
I
much
guess.
higher than normal, really.
It's still kind of.
I wonder
higher.
if
Pricey, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
bad.
It's not as bad as I thought so far, but we'll see how it goes.
I wonder if lodging's scaring people away.
Could be. Lodging is very, very expensive.
Yeah, well, but luckily Biden is fucking trying to get a bill passed for the resort fees and shit, because that's the most important thing going on in America right now.
That was announced today as
resort fees
resort
and then
fees at the hotels.
Fucking bitch-ass kids being able to sit with their parents on the plane. We should make it easier for parents to sit with their kids on the plane. It is easier. Buy your fucking ticket on time, fuckface.
Also, ticket
and then
fees.
buy the seat right next to you.
Ticket fees are the biggest crisis facing this country.
Right now, yeah. It's not immigration.
You're on notice,
now.
Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
I bought a plane ticket more recently than I've knowingly seen an illegal immigrant. So I'm all for this. Let's go.
You knowingly is the
Knowingly
operative phrase
is the
there.
key phrase
Because this
there.
motherfucker definitely doesn't belong here. Look at this shit.
I'm not a citizen.
No, he's a citizen of Burning Man. But
Citizen of the world.
that's about it.
Anybody that says they're a citizen of the world is a fucking piece of shit.
I just said it.
Of course. Of course. We'll flip on over to college basketball here. That Caitlin Clark game, by the way, that we talked about,
Yeah.
ended up being the highest rated game of the year, including the NBA Finals.
Dude, this is what always I take umbrage with when people are like, women's sports sucks, it's stupid or whatever. Like, it doesn't necessarily suck. It's just that, like, I don't know. It can be as fun as a men's sport. Like, at least like when I watch tennis and stuff. Like, Caitlin Clark is fun as fuck to watch. The problem is that a lot of times, I don't know, they just don't do a good job marketing it. There's not that many people who can do shit like that Caitlin Clark can do. But, man, she's so fucking fun to watch.
Flop when she gets hit by a fan?
She is a bit dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
She's a bit dramatic. But if you get a bunch of Caitlin Clarks, if that's the future of it, I think you could probably get yourself out of this.
They
Launch
don't
threes.
exist.
I know.
They don't exist.
I don't know, man. I will say this about that. Like, she bombs from deep, basically, right? Like, that's her thing.
Mm-hmm. But she's also a great ball handler.
She
and
leads the NCAA in assists and stuff like that.
I'll watch her play. She's the only female athlete that I have any interest in watching play right now.
Yeah.
And it's mostly because the U.S. women's soccer team is so unlikable, right? Because I used to enjoy watching them
also
until they started
stink
fucking
now.
talking.
Yeah, they're kind of
They're
now.
not
Yeah, now they're on but they'll come back
That'll be
because we
fine.
have better athletes than the world
Yeah.
when it comes to females. They'll come back in a couple of years, but yeah, it's like the marketing part is definitely part of it. Stop trying to convince me that it's the same as the NBA
It's so
or
dumb.
whatever the fuck, because that's not the right. That you're lying to people,
Right.
and people know you're lying to them. They're like, well, fuck, I'm not gonna watch it for that reason. If you market it as what it is, like she's the best female basketball player I've ever seen, frankly.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe Cheryl Swoops would have been not Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl Miller would have
Yeah.
been if she had played these days, right, and not gotten fucked up because she got hurt when she was like 24 or some shit.
I think so.
And then ended her career. But as far as female basketball that we've seen in our generation, she's definitely the best.
She's fucking fun. I will say with her, like, her main thing, like I said, she bombs threes, right? Like, when Steph Curry first came into the league, it was like, man, no one shoots like he does from the range he does. And within, like, 4 years, half the league was
I
shooting.
don't know. Candace Parker was pretty sick.
Oh, yeah, she was good.
As an athlete, yeah, but like
She was-
skill-wise,
The
Well,
weird thing
skill-wise,
is,
she's
it's only
Caitlin
one at a
Clark's not
time
good.
instead of all of them in like a big group to really change the league.
She was really, really fucking good, but she didn't do anything like.
But also, you go to
Eye-catching.
UConn and you don't stick out because everyone's really dope.
yeah, but she played in the WNBA for like 18 seasons, dude.
Candace Parker played for Tennessee.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
But either way,
Same diff, though.
Tennessee's
Really
like a.
good, yeah.
I mean, she was under Pat, right, for
Yeah.
fucking her whole time.
But, Caitlin Clark, Iowa, she doesn't really have anybody around her.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, which is why she'll throw up 45 and still lose,
Yeah.
which in college is pretty rare. It
That's-
happens in the
by way,
NBA.
that's what happened in that game.
Yep.
That was the highest,
She
watched
scored. What did she
game.
score? 48 or some shit.
Yeah, she dropped 45.
45.
It was against Ohio State, but she lost the, they lost the game.
Well, did they lose to Maryland? I know they bled a huge comeback. Maryland
Yeah,
went on
they,
like
they ended up coming back to win. Same thing. I think she had 48 in that game.
Maryland, I think at one point went on a 23-3 run and just like erased a huge deficit. Yeah, so the NCAA tournament's gonna be fucked when Iowa lets Caitlin Clark down and they accidentally lose in the second round or some
know.
shit.
I know. Speaking of which, we got some sponsors here. You can bet on Caitlin Clark, actually. Not kidding, man. That's how big she is right now. That is very, very rare that you can bet on a female college basketball player in points scored per games. But you can do that with our title sponsor, MyBookie.com. Promo code DrinkinBros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. I'm on there right now, so everything is up as in relation to the Super Bowl. So if you want to start doing this, the MVP props are up. Coin toss props are up. Quarters are up. Touchdown props, field goal props. You name it, everything is already up over there. And then they'll keep adding to that as time goes on. This morning they added the national anthem like we talked about earlier, and America the Beautiful. Super racist.
Good Lord, she's averaging
include the other one.
32.5, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
God damn it, man.
She's incredible. And you can bet on her. You can bet on all things NFL. You can actually do squares. I know a lot of people do that at each other's houses. But you can do that on mybookie.com for this year's Super Bowl. And it was fun. I did it last year. Ended up winning on total accident, obviously, but $500 from those guys. And it's great. You just pick a number, 0 through 9, and if your quarter ends on that number, congratulations. You win whatever you put in.
Yeah, so do it with your friends still, but just do it on MyBookie so you can win some real money. Instead of just putting $5 or $20 into a pot, you can actually win real money on MyBookie.
100%. So go to mybookie.com, promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Dan and I will be doing a Super Bowl show this week with all of these prop bets in there. And some of the bets I've already made. I made mine in regards to the MVP before it really took off. I had Kelce, by the way, and Pacheco in that. And then Rashee Rice is my sleeper as far as Super Bowl MVP. Great odds. You can win a shit ton of money over there. And then
really rare that a skill position player wins that isn't the quarterback.
Those are the two favorites right now. So obviously Mahomes is 1, Purdy is 2, 3 is Christian McCaffrey.
And it's like once every 13 or so years, I think, on average, that a defensive player wins. I think it's 13 years.
It's always going to blow out typically.
Yeah.
I think like that Denver game
against the Seahawks.
Yeah, against the Seahawks.
So it was a defensive player that won.
Yeah.
And then Ray Lewis won. Right?
In 2000.
Was it Ray Lewis or was it the safety? Whose name?
Oh, Ed Reed. Yeah, it may have been Ed Reed. Yeah,
I think so. And didn't Malcolm Butler win it that year? That he picked off?
He did not.
No shit.
No, and neither did what's his nuts from the Steelers when he had that pick 6 against the Rams.
No, the Cardinals.
Or the Cardinals against Warner. Yeah. Like he didn't win either. I don't think. Right? I think didn't Ben win that?
It's really hard for a quarterback not to win.
Yeah,
I know, and that's the favorites,
especially in the modern NFL.
Look, Kelce has 11 receptions last week. He could easily win it.
Yeah, I mean, if Pat has like a fucking, if he only throws for like 180 yards, but 100 of them go to Kelce and 2 touchdowns, Kelce's got a good shot.
Which is
what I
think
remember,
is happen.
It may be,
Mahomes didn't have great numbers last year anymore.
He didn't.
No.
But no one did.
No. Yeah, no one did. He didn't have. I think the top receiver had like 63 yards or some shit last
year.
year.
It was strange because there was a lot of points scored. I mean, they blew out the over, but both quarterbacks had dog shit QB numbers.
That's just how it goes, man.
Hurts actually had good numbers.
Did he win? Mahomes last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know actually there was a Chiefs defensive player who I was very close. I think if he had made one more play, because Nick Bolton had a scoop and score for a touchdown, and I think he like dropped an interception or something like that. Like where if he had gotten the pick, he might have cemented it, but couldn't get it done.
Couldn't do it. Next up is firstform.com/Drinkin' Bros. The old micro factors, kids. I forgot to take mine. That's why they sit here. I'm the dummy, all right? Look, usually there's fucking 80 jars at my house full of shit lying around, everything else. Sign up for firstform.com/Drinkin' Bros, and it's a nice reminder to take your fucking vitamins. We don't eat the way we want to every day or work out the way we need to, but at least you got to get your vitamins in you to feel better about your fucking life on a daily basis. They got the antioxidants, the CoQ10s, the multivitamins, the fruits and veggies, the EFAs, and the probiotics over there. I'm going to take mine live right now so I don't forget.
And notice that he's putting them in his mouth.
Yes.
That's where they go.
These are not rectal.
Yeah, we've been trying to make that clear because we had some complaints from users. Mm-hmm. They're like, hey, these aren't working. Like, well, what do you mean they're not working? Like, I don't feel anything. Okay, what does that mean?
It's called a suppository.
Suppository.
Suppos to go up your ass.
This is not suppos to
it's
go
going
up
to hit your
ass.
bloodstream faster.
It's not supposed to go up there, okay? But they got a ton of like great energy drinks over there and protein sticks and all that stuff. Go to firstform.com/Drinkin' Bros today. Free shipping on orders over $75. And if you're trying to get tickets for the Super Bowl, they're for Vegas. These are going down here.
You might be sleeping in your car, but you could
free parking at the casino. You know?
When's the last time the 49ers won a Super Bowl?
The 90s, 94 Chargers.
So I mean, shit, dude.
Wait, the last time who won a Super Bowl?
The Niners.
The Niners.
Steve Young.
I'm surprised. Okay. Look, we got all the tickets for that on there. Daytona 500 is coming up.
Yeah,
all the concerts.
I
on there.
goofed. I thought it was this week.
Oh, you done goofed?
Yeah, you done goofed?
I made a pick for the Daytona 500, and it's not for like 2 weeks.
It's not for 2 weeks, yeah.
So what's
you
the
really
problem?
Got ahead of yourself.
It's the bet's still the bet, right?
That's still the bet.
Is
I mean,
it?
what are you going to learn? You're going to
Don't you
learn
have to
some new
qualify
shit.
for it, though?
Daytona is the most unpredictable race that happens all year in
I agree.
NASCAR anyway, so it's a fucking coin toss no matter what.
I agree. Go with your heart on that one and do whatever you want. If you're down in Daytona, hit up that Total Wines. Grab yourself a 12-pack of hardafseltzer.com. It's available everywhere down there. I think, 400 locations in Florida. Dan and I got some last year when we were there and raged all day. 8%, no carbs, no sugars, no gluten. If you give a fuck about that, we're live in Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, North Carolina, Ohio, and Texas. Just click on the store locator over there at hardafseltzer.com. Enter your city or zip, and it'll take you to the closest location. Also, we still ship right to your house if need be. If you're not in one of those states or one of the surrounding states, and if you just come in the studio, you can booze and fucking drink all day like these guys for free. That's what it is. We just let you drink for
And
free.
Hard AF
while you're
also
here.
oral.
Yes.
Goes in your mouth.
Not rectal. Please do not put one of these cans up your ass. I don't know the results, actually.
I don't know. I haven't
don't
tried
Get a
that
bong.
one.
Yeah, get a bong. You put that in.
Beer bong?
Yeah, beer bong. And
Oh,
you
and do
insert
it
that.
rectally?
Just like an oil funnel should probably work as well,
If you
right?
want, I think it's just more.
I'd file down the edge of that thing, make sure it's not sharp first.
Yeah.
Right, because you don't want to fucking puncture your shit.
All right, I guess you don't want to have fun.
Yeah, I guess not. We'll swap on over to baseball over
Oh, wait,
here.
before we go on, yeah, I was looking at those numbers.
Yeah.
Mahomes was 21 for 27, 182 yards, but he had 3 tutties, right?
he's very efficient.
The number one receiver was he had 80 yards, so you can't give it to him. There were only 2 sacks in the game, no interceptions. So that I think last year was a weird ass year.
Yeah.
For that, for sure.
That's been the Chiefs' offense for the last 3 years, though. Like,
Well, the time before he won it, still not that many yards, only 286 yards and 2 touchdowns.
yeah.
He hasn't had like a big blow up game, but you don't really need to.
Well, he doesn't anymore.
Especially now,
he doesn't have the people for it.
No. Anyways,
So we'll see. Again, we'll switch on over to baseball here. Bobby Witt Jr. in the Kansas City Royals just signed an 11-year, $288 million deal.
this is the new deal. This is how it goes. Not
This is why I wanted to ask you guys about it.
forget about that. If you look at last week and the week prior, there were 3 or 4 dudes who have never played a Major League Baseball game who got extended for 6 or more years. Right?
Yeah.
Now, the contracts were smaller, right? And we had this conversation.
Comparatively, we were still talking like 70 million.
Yeah, like 10 mil a year, 9 to 10 mil a year for most of those. And we've had this conversation before about Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies.
This is literally all because of the Atlanta Braves.
And
The Atlanta Braves started
Michael
this
Harris as well.
Spencer Strider.
But what they were doing was, okay, this guy can definitely play at the major league level. Now I'm going to extend. That's what the Braves do. And people criticize them. Oh, you're tricking these people into bad deals. You're buying out 6 years of somewhere between 4 and 6 years of arbitration, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the service time thing is out the window. You're going to make actual money instead of like Michael Harris had a great year last year and the year before. If he just went through the normal arbitration, he's going to make $10 million this year, I think. If he went through the normal arbitration process, he would make 4. Right. Then next year he would make 6.5, and then so on and so on. What's Freed making?
He's making 15 something.
15. That dude should be making 40 mil a year somewhere
he
right
will
now.
starting next year.
Yeah.
Because he's a free agent
Right.
after this year.
But like that, they're buying out those years where he normally would get underpaid. So that's how it's working. Now they're trying to reach into like all the way into the minor league system to do that. I'm not sure how that's going to fucking work out. It seems like it might be an overreaction. Now that's not what this is. Bobby Witt has had 2 great years in the majors already. Probably not going to last at shortstop though, because his defense is it's just okay. He's got, I think, -6 defensive run saves last year, which is not great. A -0.3, -0.3 defensive WAR, something like that. So probably going to get moved off of that position, and it seems like they're paying a premium for a shortstop, right? I don't know that you would pay a corner infielder that much, but he does hit a lot of home runs. He's a 30-40 guy, like 30 home runs, 40 steals, at least in his new version of baseball. So for the Royals,
200 million.
Yeah, but less years.
Okay,
Right?
yeah.
I think wasn't he like 7 years or something?
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how it works out, but yeah, I think he's For the Royals.
Oh no,
probably
he was 10 years, 212. Austin Riley.
Okay.
A couple of years ago. Though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Witt's definitely worth the money for sure. It's weird that they would give him. It's weird that he would sign this contract with the Royals, although it is a relatively friendly and easy to trade contract considering his production. So I guess you could take that into
100%. Well,
consideration.
the Royals
Same thing
have-
Brian Reynolds did in fucking Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah. The Royals have been making moves, kind of small, like not splashy moves per se, other than this, but they have made a lot of signings. I think they I've been talking to my buddies from Kansas City, and I think the thought in the organization right now is that the AL Central is ass.
Well, that's not a thought.
Yeah.
That's a fucking fact.
So,
As a matter of fact,
Does that come directly out of Pat Mahomes' paycheck?
it
Yes.
should, yeah.
Pat Mahomes is paying for.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think the Indians are trying to they're trying to trade Emmanuel Clase right now, who's probably talent-wise the best closer in baseball. So they're, other than Jose Ramirez, there's not going to be anybody left there.
And the White Sox
are fucked.
The White Sox have totally collapsed. They've been on a full sell. They'll probably trade Dylan Cease sometime in the season.
In Minnesota, poor guys. It doesn't matter who they fucking put on their team.
Yeah.
It's like they're one rung below the Cowboys, basically. They don't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They did this last year.
They did this last year, but it's usually a disappointing season
But
for them.
they lost Sonny Gray, and so they're kind of everyone's weak. So the Royals have essentially been like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see if we can win 84 games and go to the playoffs.
Well, let's take Bobby Witt Jr. for example here. This kid's 23 years old. Why not take this guaranteed money at 23? When
It's a good deal for both people.
life-changing money.
Yes.
Could he make more? Yes. But if I'm 23 years old, or my kid, let's say my kid is 23 years old, and this option is on the table because of injury, and you don't know what's going to happen in the world and everything else, I tell him to take this fucking money.
Yeah.
Could he make more? Sure. But at the end of the day, you're looking at $300 million there, I guess, with the option for another 3 remaining years. That would give this a 14-year, $377 million ceiling. I tell him to sign it because you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. You know, you could get spiked at third or shortstop or whatever.
Well, yeah,
it is.
and the Twins won the division last year with 87 wins, and they're way worse this year than they were last year.
And no one else got better except the Royals.
Yeah, the Royals are the only team that got better there, and they what was their final record? They lost 106 games last year, so they had to do something, right?
Boy. Is that real?
Yeah, they're
Last year?
They're awful last year.
Jesus
Yeah, but
Christ.
then the White Sox lost 101, so you had 200 lost teams in one division, which is
The Central
nuts.
divisions are so fucking pathetic that it almost makes me angry.
Well, that's so if you want to talk about the other side of that, the Brewers who won the Central last year are basically having a fire sale right now. I don't
A
understand
year
why.
after or 2 years after, building with
Yeah.
Contreras and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. They won 92 games last year. Corbin Burns is now a Baltimore Oriole. They're going to be fucking tough, man.
The Orioles
are the best team in the American League on paper right now. Probably just a nose ahead of Texas. Texas is still really good, depending on if they can bring Montgomery back and make some other moves.
Yeah.
But the Brewers also have, this is something really, we're not doing Tomahawked yet, but something really interesting with the Brewers is that Willie Adames is also available right now. And I think it would really be a smart move for the Braves to trade for him to one of these two. So AJ Smith-Shawver, who is a fucking top of the rotation projection, like 1 or 2 in the rotation, and then Hurston Waldrop, who is from Florida Gators, also a 1 or 2 projected guy, right? And you've already got 2 in your fucking rotation right now.
Well,
If you're able to hang on to Fried, I don't know if they'll even bother. At this point.
I don't. That's not near guarantee because Fried will be the best free agent pitcher available next year.
Yep. But yeah, if you can flip one of those 1-2 guys, and your current shortstop Orlando Arcia, who's on a fucking great, like an extremely team-friendly deal, right? What was it like?
He makes like $1 million a year. $2
Yeah,
million a
he doesn't
year.
make shit, and his wins above replacement is like 2 or 3 or some shit like that.
He had a good first half.
If you could flip 2 of those guys for a 27-year-old Willie Adames, that would be a really good move, and it would also be the kind of move that AA makes.
It's a win now move, which
Yeah.
we are in that window. So
Yeah,
fucking
but
win now.
somebody's going to get him. It's weird. The point of all that was the Brewers are fucking the best team by far in the Central, and they're just like
They just
having
called it
a fire.
quits.
They're just calling a fire
I
sale.
would lose my fucking mind if I was.
Didn't they
Brewers.
lose Counsel?
What?
Didn't Counsel go to the Cubs?
Yes,
Yeah.
Craig. They lost their manager.
Yeah.
Craig Counsell went to a divisional rival, so the Cubs are pretty good.
Yeah, the Cubs are going to be better. If they can bring Bellinger back, that'll really help. They haven't signed him yet, but they need to.
And they lost Stroman, who had a great first half, but not a good second half.
Yeah, Bellinger in Chicago's center field is fucking elite still, right? Because it's a small center field. And then the Reds are super young, but they have a lot of talent over there. But the Centrals, generally speaking, are just fucking.
Trash.
I don't understand. I know that there's less media in the middle of the country. I understand that, but you're Chicago. Like, the Cubs have plenty of fucking money. They stole the fucking Yankees general manager, for Christ's sake.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, what, 10 years ago or
Red
some
Sox,
shit?
yeah.
Red Sox, I mean, yeah.
It's okay.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Braves are going to win 120 games and lose to the Phillies in the first round.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Taylor's
And then there's the Dodgers, of course. They've made some improvements, but their rotation sucks.
They just traded Ferguson to the Yankees right now.
Nobody cares about that.
Caleb Ferguson,
Yeah.
and then they inked Ryan Brazier.
They still have serious depth issues.
Yeah, they don't have their rotation is going to be dog shit. They don't even know who's in it right now. Urias is probably going to miss the year. He fucking ripped his girlfriend's head off or some shit now, so he's gone.
Okay.
Kershaw's injured
murder,
and may
yeah.
never come back to pitch again. Right? We don't know yet. We'll see, but it's probably going to be mid-season at the
I
earliest.
mean, they added Glasnow.
Yeah, they got Tyler Glasnow, and they have next year they'll have Ohtani. But right now their rotation, if you look at
They
their
also got that dude from Japan.
yeah, so if you that's what I was
yeah.
going to say. If you look at their rotation right now, it's the Japanese dude.
Does he throw a gyro?
and
does.
Glasnow, and you wouldn't recognize any of the other names
Is
in the rotation.
Bueller's starting the year on the IL, right?
Yeah, he may come back eventually. We'll see.
Yeah, and Dustin
During the
May.
Dustin May had to get TJ again, I think.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Man.
But Gonsolin is still there, but he's not nearly like he had.
He's a good three.
He's a good 4, 5 at this point. Like last season was just okay, and I don't know where Lance Lynn went. I don't know if he's still on the team or not.
No, he
but,
went back to the Cardinals, I think.
I mean, he's not an option for that. So it's going to be an interesting season. The Dodgers definitely are not currently. Their bullpen sucks too. They're not currently built to win in the postseason either. So you're going to have two teams probably win 105 or more games and just get wiped out in the first round of the playoffs.
Crazy, man. Also, to recap that deal, it's top 15 in Major League Baseball history, that guy. 23 years old. Can't be mad about that.
I got his rookie card. Let's go.
Hey, dude.
Bobby Witt's
there you
legit.
go. It might be worth something. Ask Uncle Laser. He does all that shit.
I'm gonna try to sling it to Uncle Laser.
He'll
That was
be
the
able
first
to-
person I
he'll
thought
do
of.
it.
I'm like, hey, buddy, you wanna buy this?
He'll do
Also,
He'll do
Uncle Laser's such a redneck that he'll love a player in Kansas City, and B, Bobby Witt. That's just a name he'll love to pronounce.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and he's white too.
Yeah.
Whit is white. And then this is for Dan here. So the Commanders just hired
The who?
Cliff Kingsbury, Redskins. Hired Cliff Kingsbury
As their OC?
as their OC.
Let's go.
Oh, hang on. And now Caleb Williams has chimed in saying he wants to play for the Commanders.
Of course.
That's good news for the Bears because they're not going to have that shitbag playing for them.
What draft do they? What pick do they have?
The
What do
Commanders
Commanders
have the second or third pick.
2, I think.
Two, I think.
I was thinking
Yeah.
second.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Number
it
two?
goes Bears, Commanders, Patriots. Does that sound right?
Wait, is it going to be? Are the Bears really going to draft a quarterback for the third time in like
No, dude, Marvin Harrison, right
6
there.
years?
Well,
And
you're,
then,
you're stuck though. You have to play Justin Fields either $40 million a year if you believe in him, or you can get a rookie deal here that's going to be cheap as shit. For
You don't have why would you have to pay him $40 million?
He hasn't proved
his
anything
contract's
yet.
up, so
Well, I don't know if he has earned $40 million a year.
that's what the going rate for an NFL. Like, what do you think Baker's going to get?
He's going to get $40 million because
Yes.
he put up the numbers.
I-
Justin Fields has not put up the numbers yet.
Just saying. That's the going rate for a quarterback. What did Danny Dimes get?
So Fields is under contract this year, and he's gonna like his.
He is, but this is the last year of the
Yeah,
rookie
so-
deal. So
so
that's
if-
why you got to trade.
Yeah,
never played a full
you don't,
season
You don't
either.
have to.
Yeah.
No, you draft Marvin Harrison Jr. With the number 1 pick.
You get a
and
quarterback
if Fields
next year.
can't fucking make that work, then you draft a quarterback next year.
So that's the dilemma, and I'm glad you brought it up. What do you do?
That's what you do.
Okay.
That's the smart move because he does have a lot of talent. Give him a chance to fucking have a true number 1, and then the guy that they brought in that they pretended was a number 1, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Look,
get
I agree with you.
Marvin Harrison Jr. and then you get yourself a fucking running back. They have the 9th pick too, if I believe. Get
Yeah,
yourself a
top
fucking
2.
elite. You can. They're right now.
waste it on a running
right.
back.
No, not that one. They're targeting that offensive lineman from Penn State, who's like the best we've seen in fucking 50 years or
Yep.
some shit. Everybody's jacking off all over him. So you get those two guys in the early second, you get a fucking running back, and you see what they can do, right? At least he's protected on one side of the ball, right? One side of the fucking box at that point. So you let him see what he can do, and then they can franchise him in 25 if they have to, right? And he'll make, 40, I think, if they have to. But they could also draft next year. Plenty of good quarterbacks coming out next year, too. And this is the best quarterback draft class. Are you fucking kidding me? Drake May?
I don't believe in Drake.
Come on, man. I don't believe in any of these guys.
But Caleb and
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
I would draft Jaden Daniels in a fucking heartbeat. He's a fucking winner.
I
You know what I mean?
would too.
He doesn't cry when fucking things don't go his way.
He's lost quite a few games.
God, you hate him. But he's been on bad teams.
He's won less than Caleb Williams.
He's
Certainly,
lost me
yeah.
If
money.
LSU had a defense last year, they
Jaden
could've won it
Daniels
all.
has personally lost me so much money.
Oh, I understand that. I understand that. But if LSU had a defense, like that's
Yeah.
he can't play both.
I mean, if
It's
they
not his
played
fault.
in
If
Pac-12.
USC had a defense,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right.
no. Don't start that shit. The Pac-12, fuck out of here.
Made the championship game.
defense was back-to-back years, I think, right? Or no? No, they didn't make it this year.
They've never won a title. And that whole 10-year stretch, dude, the Pac-12 never won a title. Did the
Got
Big 12?
there. They got there, though.
I don't think the Big 12 won one either, did they?
No, Big 12 never won.
Yeah.
It was just SEC, Big Ten, ACC.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You got
Clemson.
two with Deshaun Watson over there.
No, it was one with Watson, one with
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, that's right, Trevor Lawrence. Goddamn, dude. A lot of crazy quarterbacks going up here. And then, is this true? Le'Veon Bell says he wants to attempt an NFL return, and he wants to play for the Steelers.
I thought he was boxing.
That's what I thought. Is that a real thing?
No, I don't know.
He's 32. But why does everybody think, oh, I'm a running back, I can come back at 32
I'd rather
years old?
sign Terrell Owens still.
Same. At 48,
I think he's
whatever
like 50.
fucking
I think
years
he's like
old
50
he is.
now, yeah.
Something. Very, very odd.
Put him at tight end. Yeah.
He's still a specimen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, but he's probably on the gas now, so you probably have to, I don't know.
Get him in the Olympics of Peter Thiel.
That's the next step, is to fucking, like,
Juice up old athletes. Like, I
Yeah.
want to see Brock Lesnar on the gas fight somebody.
No, same here.
calling people bitch.
Well, I don't want somebody
Bitch.
pissing on the carpet in the
And
corner.
then shitting on him after he knocks him out.
Well, he didn't do that,
Well, we don't know.
but he
know.
might, you know.
We don't know.
If you give him the right gas, maybe, yeah.
wanna see
Jay
actually-
Harbaugh just left Michigan to join the Seattle Seahawks staff over
Yeah,
there.
and then fucking Belichick's kid went to the Cougars. Or the
Huskies.
Huskies, I mean, yeah.
He's going to be the DC at Washington.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, well, with Harbaugh, I understand this because the sanctions are coming down. Everybody's got to get the fuck out of there. That's fine. That way he can try to dip out of that testimony because all those Venmo payments were going through him. Belichick then doesn't have a team. They're all filled up, right? Am I crazy?
Yep.
Vrabel, too.
Nobody
Holy shit.
hired Mike Vrabel.
I think Vrabel's playing the long game. He knows this Eagles job might open up. That Cowboys job might open up.
I don't believe that Mike McCarthy is going to be the coach of the Cowboys going into the season.
It's a miracle he is now.
I think sometime this offseason, I think Jerry's letting the dust settle right now. He wanted to see what was going to shake out with Belichick, maybe even Vrabel. Vrabel would be a great coach over there. They lost Dan Quinn, so they got to make a move anyways. They got to bring in a DC over there anyway, so it's going to be somebody.
Super Bowl.
Bring them both
bust.
in. Bring in fucking
Vrabel
Belichick
comes
as your
in
head
next year.
coach and Vrabel as your DC.
Wait, has Vrabel ever DC'd?
I don't know, but he's a fucking he's a
I think
Yeah,
he was
a great defensive
messiah,
player.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty good. I mean, I don't know how good of a head coach he is, but his fucking
good head
players
coach.
love him.
He's a great head coach. He's never had a really good team. Like a
Well,
great team
you don't.
over
You're
there.
saying Tannehill's not a great quarterback? Fucking-
How long was Tannehill? Tannehill's still there, I think.
yeah, he's been riding the bench for a year, but yeah, he's still there.
Yeah.
Such a nightmare team to watch.
He should be arrested for impersonating an NFL player. To be honest, is that a crime?
Yeah.
And then
Should
Derrick
be.
Henry's going to lose. The word on the street is Derrick Henry's going to Dallas. Have you guys heard this?
No, that would be
That's insane.
fun to
Just as a
fun to watch.
third down back alongside Pollard. I mean,
Be great. Be great to watch.
with that, they have a much better offensive line than he used to playing with. You know what I
Dak
mean?
needs help.
Yeah.
The ball wouldn't be, in his hands.
Yeah.
at
And having
4-1.
two guys, I mean, they had a lot of success having two guys that could catch the ball out of the backfield. I think that's one of the things that kept Baker alive his last year in Cleveland, to be honest, was having Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, who could both catch the ball out of the backfield and shit. Otherwise, because he was playing half dead that whole time anyways. That's the only thing that kept his fucking head above water. If they could bring Derrick Henry over, that would be... I would love it so much because the Cowboys would win like 14 games and then get annihilated in the fucking first round. Man,
Be awesome.
I mean, it's always going to be like that. There's nothing you can do, Cowboys fans, ever again.
So
Ever.
funny.
It'll never happen. It's been 30 fucking years.
You'll get like the New York Giants with Jaden Daniels and no one else just killing you in the first round.
Switch on over to the NBA here. All-Star Weekend is coming up in Indianapolis.
Big story is Embiid, though, man. It fucking sucks.
So
He's getting scoped. His fucking meniscus is fucked up, so they have to scope it. So he's
A little tear.
yeah.
We're all right.
They
How
don't
long
know
is he
yet.
going to be out for?
They're doing the
and this will cost him the MVP, obviously.
Yes, they don't know. They're doing the surgery today, so we'll see.
Okay.
It actually might
Confirm,
be
not
tomorrow.
afraid of Jokic.
Yeah.
Well,
Look,
Jokic is definitely going to win the fucking MVP now. If you haven't made
But he
that
sat
bet-
that game out because he had a torn meniscus. Not
is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's not afraid of anybody.
How long is he going to be out for? I mean, obviously
We don't
the
know until
All-Star
after
game
the
and all that
surgery.
stuff.
They don't know if they're going to be able to repair it. Like you can stitch it up a little bit and then shoot platelets in there and maybe stem cells and it fucking will heal on its own. But if it's a significant enough rip, you have to like shave down that part of the meniscus.
Go to Germany.
Then
Get
you
some
don't
blood
know.
cycling like Kobe.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, you
the
don't got to go to
easiest.
Germany and where you can do it in Costa Rica and shit. But yeah,
Really?
And Panama, yeah, it's closer.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Mel Gibson's dad went to Panama.
that's because he's a Nazi, though. That's
right.
That's not the
Different
same
story.
thing. Yeah.
Different
He
story.
wasn't going for knee surgery.
Something cool to watch out for, though, for the All-Star game and the whole weekend of festivities up there. The NBA has just unveiled a state-of-the-art
Yes.
LED court.
Glass court.
It is all glass
I think.
underneath. I mean, I'm looking at the video here and the pictures of it. Man, you're not worried at all. You know?
A glass court? So
Glass.
there's fans underneath looking up at you or something?
No,
like
you'll
a
be able
fishbowl.
to. So it'll be LED, which means you can change it like a video game.
That's
all throughout.
awful. God,
So
that
every
made the
There's
single.
I meant to check it out this weekend and I didn't. The English Premier League on Peacock is doing this shit now where they follow the ball around. The camera, there's a fucking wire camera that follows the ball around
Okay.
like it's a video game. So you're seeing, I guess, second person perspective, right? So
Right.
from up above the person actually handling the ball the whole time instead of the normal side broadcast. I meant to check it out and I didn't. I was watching the regular game. I was yelling at the TV and shit, so I forgot. But
This is all synced up to be like a video game now,
Yeah.
essentially.
to get the younger crowd in, maybe.
I don't
Now, how
know.
does this affect my Apple Vision Pros?
Well, did you see the commercial for those regarding the NBA?
I've seen them in real life.
Oh, you used them.
I have not used them, but I've
Okay.
seen idiots just going like this.
Walking around in the streets using them. So the NBA
I'm gonna
was one of
rob
the first tests.
so many fucking people. Dude.
Oh, boy.
Like you think you can turn dials in digital space without me coming up on you?
They can still see you.
They can,
Yeah, but
it's-
not from
it's
behind. They're gonna be
delayed.
If I'm
distracted
walking
and
around
shit.
like this with my phone texting, I can still technically see all this stuff that's around here.
Yeah.
But someone could easily just stab me in the face as I'm like, oh, what's on Instagram?
And what would you rather play on this court or the one in the Indy airport that they installed?
The Indy airport.
Yeah, the Indy airport.
Hoop at the airport? That'd be sick.
It looks more safer than this. Like I'm looking at this
Well, that-
right now. If there's just one slippage or somebody gets fucked up, like
yeah.
like a real player.
What if the court breaks?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's probably not going to happen, right? What
There
are
was one time, so in some indoor soccer leagues, they play on wood. And one dude, it was a shitty floor, and one dude caught a board right through the femoral artery.
Oh, that'll do it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So the court is actually 2 layers of laminated safety glass.
Yeah, that's not real glass, by the way.
It would be funny if it was just
It's like urethane. It's not real glass.
Is it? But what about if it gets wet? I mean, I guess same as an NBA court.
What
maybe?
if this knife gets wet? What do you mean?
with blood.
Like it's urethane. It's like a polymer. It's not. There's nothing. Wet's not going to do anything.
Okay.
Although it may be. I don't know how slick it may or may not be. If that's what you're asking. If somebody falls down and there's sweat on the ground, are they going to be more likely to slip? More likely than like polished, whatever the fuck.
Wood?
Yeah,
Hardwood?
It's not wood that you're on. Technically, you're on the shellac bullshit they put on over the top of it, right?
So each is 5 millimeters thick. The surface is opaque, and all the designs will be provided by LED panels. The court will have a different look for each event, and part of what will be displayed are real-time game stats, replays, video content,
So it's
and
a HUD.
even player tracking,
It's a smart court.
animations. The one thing that is not listed here is ads.
But-
So you're doing this for ads.
It's ads, yeah. But anything would be better than the courts they rolled out for this in-season tournament this year. They're the ugliest fucking thing. You've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
it, right?
I
It's the
kinda
dumbest
like it.
shit
It
I've
was
ever seen.
distracting.
It's horrible. And I'll
Not
go-
one of them was good. Not
I'll
one.
go further than that. Any court like that is fucking terrible. I was watching Texas TCU over the weekend. If you remember, TCU has a weird purple horn frog court.
Yeah.
Like,
With blood.
It's fucking
And
horrible.
then the
to watch.
ones like Boston Garden, the
That's
fucking
fine.
parquet, fine, because it's fucking wood still.
Yeah.
But when you put color on top of that, it's like the organs is like
Yes.
that too, right? It's fucked. You can't see what the fuck's going on.
Can we just get back to East versus West for the All-Star
They
game?
did it this year.
It's not Team Durant, Team LeBron.
It's East versus
They
West.
should do Crips versus
Okay.
Bloods and make each player in the NBA declare for the Crips or the Bloods,
Yes.
including the white Europeans.
Yep.
I liked when they all wore their actual jerseys, though.
So do
Yeah,
I.
that was
game,
yeah.
yeah. They stopped doing that in the early 2000s.
You got to sell merch, man.
You got to sell merch, dog. That's
Yeah,
all
but
about
like
that fucking
let them
merch.
wear custom shoes and sell the shoes and take a profit off of that or whatever, right? Or just put an extra badge on the fucking Kobe Bryant jersey like they did back in the day that said 2004 All-Star and people buy it. You don't have to fucking make a whole new shirt.
Nah, dog. Whole new shirt.
Or actually play on the Olympic team and sell those. You know what I mean? Instead
Yeah.
of letting us get our ass whipped. We got the best basketball players in the world. We get our fucking shit pushed in
I don't
every
think we
year.
have the best basketball players in the world anymore.
I don't either.
We have the most best ones, yes. The best one is
Who's the
fucking
best
Nikola
American
Jokic.
player right now? Jason Tatum?
Probably.
Probably,
Probably, yeah.
Although
LeBron
Embiid-
is still there.
Embiid did declare he's playing on the Team USA.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Embiid declared for Team USA.
Okay.
Interesting.
But we should like LeBron, Steph
loss for
Curry still
France.
here.
Yeah.
LeBron, Steph Curry, Jason Tatum. We have the best, like the bulk of the top
Shea
50.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, SGA. Yeah,
Let's not sleep on
No, he's not.
Chet Holmgren.
SGA is Canadian.
he's Canadian.
Oh, God damn it.
That's right.
That's
Come
right.
on.
You can't have him either, man.
No.
Fuck.
It's an international game.
Luka, I mean, there's nothing you can do.
Onto the
Giannis.
combo. Yeah.
Nothing you can do.
Giannis might not even qualify.
But if you
he plays for Greece.
if you look at the top 50, the vast majority of them are American.
Yeah.
But at the top couple are fucking not American, unless you consider Joel Embiid American now.
he is.
So-
He drinks like 2 gallons of
Yeah, I
Shirley
mean he's
Temple a day.
he's having a problem with diabetes, so he's definitely American now.
Yeah, I mean,
welcome.
pretty much the entire All-Star team is American, right?
Yeah.
You got LeBron,
Devin
Durant,
Booker, Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker,
Booker, Curry, Anthony Davis.
Jalen Brunson,
Anthony
Jason Tatum,
Edwards, Carl.
Tyrese Maxey.
Carl
Anthony
Anthony Towns
Edwards.
is Puerto Rican.
Is he?
Fuck no, he's not Puerto Rican, dude. He grew up in New York.
No, he's Puerto Rican because that's how Calipari recruited him, because he played on the Puerto Rican
National
national
team.
team.
No shit.
People forget Coach Cal. Does he still coach the Puerto Rican national
He
team?
did that solely for Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, for
To recruit him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gangster as shit. I love shit.
Has Cat ever even been to Puerto Rico? Didn't he grow up in like Brooklyn or some shit?
Probably on vacation.
He's on the Puerto Rican
Like
team.
fucking Jennifer Lopez. I'm from Brooklyn. Like, bitch, you never been
No.
to. Or she said she was
Dominican?
from
Jenny
the
from the block, dude.
Or
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, whatever
Yeah,
she is.
she's never been to.
Well, he
fucking
also
Puerto
he's
Rico.
an orphan now, so
Yeah, that's kind of his own fault, though, right?
Yeah.
No, that's Rudy Gobert's fault.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Rudy
true.
killed
Patient
Carl
zero,
Anthony Towns.
fucking.
And now they're back on the same team again. I guess he doesn't harbor any ill will.
Apparently not. Yeah. Or he's just keep your enemies closer.
Yeah.
We'll switch on over to boxing here. That mega fight with Fury and Usyk is out. He got a cut over his eye.
Got a cut.
That sucks, man. Because I feel like we haven't had any cool shit, which is what I wanted to ask you about. Is there anything interesting in the UFC coming up relatively quickly?
Yeah, you got Volk versus Taporia later in the month. That's a good fight.
And then
But it's at the end of the month.
It's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It's been a slow January.
the Connor fight is in April, right? It's coming up relatively
They haven't
soon.
scheduled a Connor fight.
I haven't scheduled it.
It's in April.
UFC 300 though is in April,
It's April 27th, I think, is when that fight's going to happen.
but
Okay.
it's an incredible card. No, I don't think Connor's gonna be on that card. I think Izzy versus DDP is gonna be the headliner for.
That'll be a good
That
fight.
300 is a big one, though. I
a
mean,
huge
why
one,
not
yeah.
stack it with McGregor?
Yeah, but anybody.
It's 2 different paydays, right?
So
So 300 is going to sell regardless because it's
Yeah.
already stacked.
And then-
McGregor,
will
it
sell
doesn't matter
regardless,
who
yeah.
you put under him,
Yeah.
will sell. So
No, I understand.
think you
It'll
gotta-
probably outsell 300. too.
When does Roadhouse drop?
On Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
March.
Okay, so I think that's when you put the
Yeah.
McGregor fight.
It's direct.
It's direct. There's no theaters.
yeah, it's going to be Connor versus Jake. That's going to headline UFC 300.
I- fucking awesome. I'd be all in
Jake's
for it.
quite a bit bigger than Connor. I think he might win that fight. To be honest. Like there's,
Now that they're both on the gas.
I know, like
Connor's
Connor's a
pretty
great
big now.
fighter and shit. That's true. Yeah,
Connor's a beefy boy.
Connor's been a great fighter throughout his career and for the most part of his career. But there's a reason weight classes exist.
Jake Gyllenhaal in real life, though, is about 6'3".
Yeah, he's a
For
fucking.
real. He was a big dude. I was like, oh, shit. I was surprised.
He's a beef castle too. Although he might be playing a dude with AIDS coming up. So
you never know.
Really?
Yeah.
He is a
yeah.
nerd.
I don't
though.
know. I'm just saying he may have gone full
a nerd.
machinist or some shit.
That would be going from steroids to
Well,
machinist.
he did do that a little bit for Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
He's
Nightcrawler.
He's
Yeah.
fucking
He was a little
tiny
gimpy
in
fuck. Yeah, but Not as bad as Christian Bale's done. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. How is that dude
Machinist?
still alive? From the Machinist to Cheney and then back to Batman? Like, what the fuck, man?
No idea, dude. How
His
he
balls-
fucking
And
did
what
that.
was the other fat one he was fat for? American Hustle?
American Hustle, yeah. He actually got, look, dude, we've got the technology. we can make you look fat. You don't have to gain 80 pounds, asshole.
And then lastly here to close it out, now that football season is done, I don't include the Pro Bowl. I watched that for about 10, 15 seconds here. I'm back into college basketball. It's fun. A lot of blue bloods at the top here. Could be a good season.
You know who's having
Carolina
a really good
beat
year?
Duke.
Is Central Florida.
Central Florida?
They've got a couple big wins.
We're
Yeah.
okay.
They have one dumb
We're not
win.
going to make the tournament right now.
We're
We're 13-8, but we're in the Big 12.
They beat Oklahoma this weekend. They beat KU a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think a 60% winning percentage in the Big 12 gets you into the tournament.
We're 4 and 5
question.
in conference, so we have 9 games left. We have 5 ranked teams on our schedule. We're gonna have to at least go 6-3.
Yeah, minimum.
right.
And then win a tournament game
Yeah.
in the conference tournament.
Well, they'll probably do that, right? Well, I know that they're going to be a low seed, so maybe
it's
not.
the Big
yeah.
12's deep. Actually, the craziest thing that happened this weekend in college basketball that we talked about on the show, we drop it every Friday. I don't know when the last time this happened was, but Houston, who is a very, very good basketball team, one of the 3 or 4 best in the country, played at Kansas
Was favored.
and was favored in Allen Fieldhouse. Kansas
Christ.
was a home dog.
Kansas beat the fuck out of them.
They won by 13 points, too. So
Did you guys go all in on that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's very unusual. Why? So Kansas jumped all the way up to 4 over Houston.
Yes.
Houston's in at 5 after that win.
yeah, I mean, it's when Kansas is, I'll say middling, but middling for them is like 15 to 20 in the rankings, right? Not top 5. They still don't lose at home.
Ever.
What the fuck, man?
They got
Yeah.
your boy, too, Hunter Dickinson.
Really?
Yeah.
Hunter Dickinsider.
All right.
Just a big old white goon.
I'm going to lean on North Carolina this year, I think.
I
I watched that game.
Well,
but Cott's finally starting.
Baycott's in his like 75th year, and
Yeah.
he's going to retire.
He'll get hurt. at
He's
some
on,
point.
he's on Social Security at the end of this fucking season, I think.
His hip will give
Jesus
out.
Christ, dude.
I
Like,
like when Duke and North Carolina are good. They're both top 10.
he's been in fucking college basketball. This is his 7th year.
Good for him, dude.
No.
Never leave college. That's look. I can tell you this over and over again. Never leave college.
Never.
It's the greatest.
Yeah, Tommy Boy.
It's
that
the
shit.
fucking greatest.
Why not?
All right, I'm all done with the jersey, Baker Mayfield. I'm going to give this to you here. We're all done with this bullshit nonsense. Congrats, Baker. Tampa Bay will pay him that $40 million a year. And good for him. He got the fucking paycheck.
I don't know that they should.
They probably shouldn't.
I don't
Because
think so either. But
Jensen's
will.
leaving.
Evans.
Ryan Jensen just retired.
If I'm Tampa Bay, I probably trade Evans.
No, I think Evans is a
Right.
free agent.
Not unrestricted. He can't be, right?
I'm pretty sure Evans is going to get paid this offseason.
yeah.
They should
So,
not.
yeah,
they should
no.
not pay both of them at the same time.
You shouldn't
Because
pay Baker if
can.
you're
Evans is
Evans.
worth on the free market is going to be worth 25 mil, right? I mean, if you Devontae Adams got 28 mil a year.
Yep.
And nobody in history has done what Mike Evans has done ever. Not even like
but I think he might be
underappreciated.
32 or 33 at this point here. So
no, he's 30, I think.
He's going to be pretty unpredictable in terms of what he wants to do because what does he need? He
yeah, he's
already
Mike,
has a ring.
Mike Evans is 30.
yeah.
So he's going
So that's not old for a 6'5" receiver. That's not old. A guy that
You're
is
probably looking at another good 3 or 4 years.
4 or
maybe.
5
But
probably.
dude, like,
and
yeah,
every
with
year
that-
in the league, he's put up 1,000 yards.
How long
every
did Larry
year.
Fitz go?
a long time.
long
Yeah,
time.
he was 37 when he retired. I think.
But with Evans, though, like he can start getting into a point where he could still play situationally because his hands are so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
He's so big.
dude, slot receiver, man. Just leave him in there.
Red zone receiver,
Yeah.
goal line receiver. I mean, like he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to be in every play now. Go put him on a team with a great offense that doesn't need him every play the way the Bucks have for fucking
Yeah.
a decade. And
But they definitely shouldn't resign him, right? Which means, I guess maybe you let Baker steer the ship into the Titanic.
yeah,
Why not? But you don't pay him $40 million for it.
Hey, dude.
Because nobody else is going to, right?
I don't know. I
No,
don't know
they're
anymore,
not.
man.
Even if they
I'm
did,
shocked.
Even if they did, who fucking cares? You don't have a running back, and you're not going to have any receivers after this. So,
Right.
definitely do not spend your wad on just because we're going to get Baker 40 because we can't sign anybody else. Like, no, dude, let fucking Dan Orlovsky come back and play.
Yeah.
He's
shit,
only
man.
40. Shit.
dude, they got Kyle Trask in there.
Yeah, let Kyle cook for $40. What is he making? He's got to be making $300,000 or $400,000 a year. That's it.
No, the league minimum I think is like 600 now.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Inflation.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like the rest of that team, the best center of our generation probably, unless like maybe Jason Kelce's gotten close the last couple of years, but Ryan Jensen's been the best for a long time. He's gone. He's retired.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point? Like this is the rebuild time. Don't fucking give anybody any money.
I agree. We'll see. We'll see what they do.
And tank on purpose, you can get some good fucking draft picks, right?
Keep making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell tickets.
Sign Evans for the first half of the season maybe and give him money and then trade him mid-season so you get more draft picks out of it or something like that, but definitely don't start handing out paychecks.
No, I agree. Just keep winning divisions. Flags fly forever.
They do.
Yeah, they sure
Hang
do.
the banner
Yep.
off the pirate ship.
They sure do.
Well, it's not hard to win that fucking division.
No, and it won't be for many years to come. Flip on over to Drinkin Bros fake news here in about 15 minutes on Patreon. If you're not on Patreon, subscribe to Drinkin Bros podcast on Patreon. We'll be live in 15 minutes for Drinkin Bros fake news. In the meantime, join us on the sports channel here the rest of the week. We got golf odds for the Phoenix Open. That'll be a blast. Waste Management. We got Super Bowl odds this week here, and then college basketball as well. Plenty to bet on at mybookie.com. Use that promo code DrinkinBros to double that first deposits all the way up to $1,000. I'm going to take this off and sign it for you here. It'll be a jersey swap. I want your shirt. Okay? Now I want you to go bare-chested the rest of the show, okay? All right. Perfect. For D'Anthony, Hollaway, Delco, Dan, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday Morning Recap. Good morning, everyone.